Okay, take a deep breath in for me. And as you breathe in a feeling of relaxation. And then when you exhale, just close your eyes. That's it. I want you to breathe in nice and deep. And breathe out nice and deep. And just position your body in a way that you can feel really comfortable. That's it. And I want you to imagine that as you breathe in and you breathe out, you're becoming more and more relaxed. And I want you to remember a time that you felt the most relaxed that you've ever felt. And maybe it was a time when you were on holiday. Or maybe it was a time when you were about to go to sleep at night. And you just felt really, really relaxed. And I want you to remember how good it felt to feel relaxed. And I want you to notice that as you breathe in and you breathe out, you can notice any parts of your body that don't feel relaxed. And maybe it's the muscles in your face, like around your eyes or your jaw, or your neck or your shoulders, and just breathe in and breathe out and just feel more and more relaxed. That's it. And I want you to remember a time when you were playing football and you were really enjoying that game. You were having fun. Maybe you scored a goal and it felt really, really good. And then I want you to remember a time where something happened to make you feel sad. Maybe someone said something to you, or maybe something happened. And I want you to realize that when people have really high standards, if people say things that tell us we're not as good as we think, or something happens that makes us think that we didn't do what we wanted to do, that because you have very high standards, it can feel sometimes disappointing, and sometimes we can feel sad. And I want you to remember a time when you felt sad. I want you to think of the words that you heard. And I want you to think of that moment again like it's happening now. Not because it's good to feel sad, but because we're going to teach your brain how to let go of sadness quickly. And as you remember that time that made you feel sad, I want you to notice where in your body you felt that sadness. Maybe it was your chest, or your head, or somewhere else, and I just want you to point to where it feels like the sadness is. That's it. And then all I want you to do, and you can relax and close your eyes and just remember that feeling of sadness. I want you to imagine it's moving from that place into your hand. And when you feel the sadness move from your body into your hand, I want you to tighten your hand and turn it into a fist. And the more that sadness moves from your body into your hand, the tighter the fist gets, until it's really, really tight. And when all the sadness has moved from you into your hand, just let me know by nodding your head. And then I want you to use that powerful imagination of yours to think of something that makes you smile. Maybe it's a toy. Maybe it's a silly voice. Or maybe it's something else. And as you start to smile, I want you to let go of that fist and to feel all the sadness disappear into the air. That's it. And then I want you to do it one more time with a different memory. a completely different time that made you feel sad, and I want you to go back to that memory and remember all the things that happened to make you feel sad. And when you feel like you did at the time and you feel the sadness, notice where it is in your body and move it from your body into your hand. Tighten that fist and then think of something that makes you smile or happy and let go of that and just feel the sadness disappear into the air. And I want you to think of your favorite footballer and imagine them training. And I want you to think that sometimes a really good player has to practice a free kick many, many times. They might practice penalties. They might practice dribbling. And sometimes they keep practicing until they're really, really good at that thing. And I want you to think that whenever someone tries to make you feel sad, they're trying to score a goal against you. But you now have different skills. You have skills to defend yourself, as you can imagine yourself in a powerful force field. And you can imagine silly voices coming from these people that have tried to make you feel sad. But also you now know that these people that have tried to make you feel sad are trying to put you off. And because you know that, it makes you feel even more motivated and determined to be good. But you also know that if anyone does make you feel sad, it's okay to feel sad. And you can feel the sadness in your body, and you can move it from your body into your hand, and you can tighten your fist, and you can think of something that makes you smile, and you can let go. And just like Messi or Xhaka or any of your favorite footballers keep practicing a skill until they're really good at that, I want you to get really good at this skill. That whenever you feel sad, it's an opportunity to practice moving it from you into your hand, letting it go. And one day you'll be able to do it in a few seconds. Because you've had times where you felt sad for an hour. And maybe it gets down to 5 or 10 minutes. But what if one day you could reach a point where you could feel sad for just a few seconds until you let that go? Then it means that it's really difficult for you to feel sad. And it means that it's harder for people to score goals against you. And if all of this makes sense, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And now it's time to feel like all of you are back in the present, but you've learned new skills to defend yourself against feeling sad, and new ways to let go of sadness if you do feel sad. So it's time to open your eyes completely. I'm going to count from 1 to 10, and you're going to feel all alert, and you're going to feel more confident. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, wide awake. 9, 10.